Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the FRIAR'S Desk, where we talk about spiritual insights, inspirational stories, and innovative ideas. Leadership is not restricted to position and age. It is self-made and influential. Everyone has the self-leadership quality. We have here in our panel is Instructor Maria Lourdes L. Santiago Antonio, LPTMA, the Director for Center for Campus Ministry. Good afternoon po.
Good afternoon, Father Dexter. Good afternoon, everyone.
And we have Assistant Professor Paul A. Castillo, MA, our UST Publishing House Deputy Director. Good afternoon po, sir.
Good afternoon, Father, at sa mga audience natin. Magandang hapon sa lahat.
So, congratulations po for your recent appointment as University Administrator. Let us first go through our question. Can you tell us something about yourself first? Ma'am.
I am Maria Lourdes Santiago Antonio, Father. I belong to the Institute of Religion. I'm an academic staff affiliated with the Institute. I also worked before in the Institute as the pedagogical lead. Now I am currently appointed as the Director of the Center for Campus Ministry.
But how's the journey so far, ma'am?
Very well, Father. It's a good journey so far because I have lots of people to work with who are very helpful and very giving of their assistance to me. So, nag-enjoy, Father, and at the same time, syempre, mindful ng responsibility na kailangan kong i-fulfill.
How do you adjust po sa bagong position na ito? Because is it the same place or location po ba?
Very different, Father, no? Sa Institute of Religion, sa main building, while the Center for Campus Ministry sa Tanyanke building. And add to that, syempre, yung mga tinuturuan namin ng mga theology courses from different academic units, so different buildings yan. Now, as to the adjustments, malaki po yung pinagkaiba kasi sa Institute of Religion, I teach academically theology courses, while sa Center for Campus Ministry, since we are the ones who are assigned to organize and supervise yung mga religious activities namin, so ministering to the youth talaga in view of liturgy, in view of spiritual formation, so hindi ka parang nagtuturo no, kapag ka nakikipag-usap ka sa mga bata, lalong-lalo na dun sa mga student religious organizations. Kunwari may mga recollections, hindi rin turo type yung mga gagawin namin. So, very challenging no, from transitioning from an academic setting going to the Center for Campus Ministry. But as I've said a while ago, masaya, no, pero may challenge, pero masaya, Father.
Ito from kasi it's more of active and more practical, no, na ginagawa natin. Hindi, wala na tayo sa classroom setting, pero mas active tayo sa mga religious activities sa mga students natin. And we have Sir Paul. So tell us something about yourself.
Father, I'm part of the Department of Literature sa Faculty of Arts and Letters. And before that, nag-start ako ng teaching sa university as an NSTP facilitator. So medyo malayo yung talon. So I had to transfiliate sa Arts and Letters back before the pandemic. And I also write poetry in Filipino. So yun talaga yung pinaka-passion ko. And that somehow echoes dun sa pagtuturo sa literature and also in creative writing, in the creative writing program.
And you won in the Palangka pala, no?
Yes, but thank you, Father, for bringing it up. Medyo nahiya na ako minsan kasi parang claim to fame ko siya. Pero somehow, siguro because of that, na may onting authority or respect from the creative writing students na siguro baka maging model yung ganong klase ng nananalo sa mga students natin. So,
But how's the journey so far ba? As being the Deputy Director ng Publishing House?
Medyo mahirap yung tanong, Father, kasi ang layo ng pinanggalingan ko. No? Lalo na social science yung undergrad ko. And I never thought na, wala sa hinagap ko talaga na I would be heading or at least the assistant director sa isang medyo business na side ng administration dito sa university. So medyo naninibago pa po.
But how are you adjusting so far?
I had to learn the ropes right away kasi nagsisimula pa lang ako. Compared to other administrators po natin, na parang they start August. So parang ako, end of August na po ako na-appoint. So kailangan matuto agad. Yes po, sobrang recent lang na nagkabiglaan na, oh, ikaw na pala. So may ganun po na. Okay lang naman po sa akin. So medyo I'm aware of what is happening and what needs to be done. And alam ko nga, sinabi ko po, medyo business yung dating. So we have books to sell. Kailangan makilala ko, aralin ko yung mga authors, yung mga books nila. So kailangan po talaga tumatakbo na ako pagpasok na sa loob ng opisina. And it's fun. Ang dami kong natutuhan. Dati gusto ko lang magturo. Ngayon, I sell what I am passionate about, which is books po.
Yeah. Take us back, no? Let's begin with our journey, no? Take us back to the first day na you are going through. Is this the dream job or the dream profession that ito ba yung naiisip mo before na when you grow up na as the director for Center for Campus Ministry ba, or you will be handling religious activities dito sa campus?
Definitely not, Father. No, so I dreamt of becoming a teacher, and thankfully naman, no, naging teacher ako. But not the director for Center for Campus Ministry. Ay, gusto ko lang dati magturo sa loob ng classroom. That's really what I am passionate about. No, ever since I was young, I really dreamt of becoming a teacher because my parents instilled in me, na my mother and my late father instilled in me the value of education. So kinalakhan ko yon na para akong nagtuturo, no, sa mga kaibigan ko doon sa neighborhood, hanggang sa nung fourth year high school ako, wala pa pong K to 12 nun. So nung fourth year high school ako, nung chance na para pumili ng program na kailangan mo. So ay gusto ko talaga mag-teacher. So ever since, education is really something that I look forward to having as my profession. But then again, no, being the director for the Center for Campus Ministry, para siyang Father, para siyang hindi siya nasa isip ko ever since. And not even in my wildest dream na magiging administrator ako. Talagang hindi ko siya pinangarap, no? But sabi nga po nila, if it's the will of the Lord for you, you just have to receive the opportunity, and maybe this opportunity can really be of help not just for you, for your own growth, but also for the university. So, ayun, Father, yung journey ngayon na kung nasan man ako, very different po siya sa kung paano ko pinangarap yung mga bagay-bagay para sa sarili ko in terms of my profession.
But do you have a mentor now?
Yes, Father, syempre naman po, no. Syempre, unang-una po sa lahat, Sir Richard Pascogin, no? Sumalangit nawa po, no. He was my professor when I was in college, so talaga pong yung mentoring niya sa amin, very rigorous, and at the same time, there's something in him na talaga yung charisma niya, na mapapalapit ka talaga doon sa mga religious activities na ginagawa ng Center for Campus Ministry. And then I also have one, Father, inspiration pero hindi mentor, Father. Inspiration, hindi rin po niya siguro alam, but now the Master of the Order, si Reverend Father Gerard Tumenor OP, theology to professor ko siya, Father, nung college ako. So his excellence in his delivery of the lessons and also his charisma made me choose my major, religious education. Kaya po, nung second year ako, nung pumipili na kami ng major sa education, sa College of Education, pinili ko po talaga REL-Ed. Parang sabi ko, gusto kong magturo katulad kung paano magturo sa Father Gerard. So, yun. So, they are my two inspirations, no? Yung mentor ko po ngayon currently, siguro po two mentors of mine. Sorry po, hindi ko masasabi lahat, no, but maybe someone who I collaborate with closely talaga, na tinuturuan po ako as to how things are, yung mga processes po. Maybe I can say si Dean Pilar Romero and also si Dr. Alan Basas, who have really collaborated with in the past, and until now, no, meron kaming mga usap-usap minsan, conversation na some advices that I really consider para po mas maayos kong magawa yung mga kailangan kong gawin bilang isang appointed administrative official.
Because you are handling university-wide
Yes,
activities.
Father, definitely. No? Really.
It's not just a local.
It's not just a local department. So, very challenging, pero yun nga po sabi ko, ang dami pong mga inspirations and mentors na nakapaligid sa. Very thankful din po ako sa university.
Sir Paul, how about you?
Sa akin, Father, I have the Center for Creative Writing and Literary Studies headed by Director Professor Emeritus Cristina Pantoje Hidalgo, who was also a former director of the publishing house noong Quadricentennial. So medyo may support group if ever na magkaroon ng problema or kung magkakaproblema man sa new position na kung nasaan ako ngayon. So parang sila yung nagpo-push na sige tuloy mo lang yan and this will be good for you personally and for your professional growth. So medyo maganda na may pwede akong paghingahan if ever na mapagod or kung kailangan ko ng tulong or support ng other offices especially kasi mga writers yung mga nandun po sa Creative Writing Center. So isa na po si Dr. Hidalgo doon, but I do also have my former MA professor si Dr. Michael Coroza who teaches in Ateneo pero tumasyan po siya. Siya yung parang nagpo-push na, sige, maganda yan, tuloy mo lang yan kasi maraming opportunities na mag-open din after yan. And siguro konting inspiration sa angas. Si Dr. De Los Reyes ang dating department chair ng Lit, ngayon sa creative writing naman po siya na parang yung nararamdaman niya, alam niya yung pwede kong pagdaanan as an administrator. So sila yung nagsasabi sa akin kung ano yung mga pwede kong gawin, adjustment period, and so on and so forth. So hindi po ako magkukulang feeling ko ng pwedeng pagtanungan kapag may problema. And of course, kailangan kong banggitin na parang mentor ko na rin ang director ko, ang boss ko sa publishing house na si Benedict Parfan. Kasi ngayon siya talaga po yung tumututok sa akin kung ano yung mga dapat gawin. O gumawa ka ng sulat. O ito yung mga dapat mo sundin, mga guidelines. So, continuous note-taking, mentally nga lang. Kasi parang hirap mag-note all the time ng mga dapat gawin. So sa kanila po ako natututo or natuto.
Is being the publishing house a dream of yours? Being
Honestly, Father, parang hindi naman. I never even thought of teaching. Although sinasabi ko na gusto ko lang naman magturo ngayon. Paano ba? Kwento ko, Father, ha? Kasi UST, fourth year high school ka, wala pang K-12 nun. Pipili ka ng course. I never knew na meron palang education unit yung pinili ko na social science lang naman talaga. So nung nalaman ko na may teaching, tuloy ko na. At least meron akong marami options ng work. So I can teach, I can work corporate. So now that I'm teaching, gusto ko lang naman na galingan or maging maayos na teacher sa mga estudyante ko para naman yung inspiration ko sa mga dati kong profs ay mapasa ko sa kanila. And then luckily na lang siguro yung pagiging or mapili bilang admin sa university.
Isa sa mga natin, we are chosen or we are being appointed as such because of our leadership. Sabi nga nila, we have our own leadership style. Yung mga naka-influence sa atin, maybe we could get one thing of their leadership style, pero siguro meron tayong leadership style din. How about you, Miss Malu? Do you have a leadership style unique to you?
I don't know, Father, if this is unique, no. Pero following what I teach, no, I really value the principle of subsidiarity. To really empower the people around you. Yung hindi centralize sa'yo yung mga kailangan gawin. Because in empowering them, they're also given the opportunity to maximize their potentials, and these potentials become talents of theirs. No? And then also, malaki din yung magiging ambag, na, if I may use the word, yung ambag nila sa universidad natin. So that's one thing that I really value in view of my leadership this year in the campus ministry. Another one, Father, naniniwala kasi ako doon sa a good leader is a good follower. So if I want to model something to my constituents ba yun, and to the rest of the stakeholders, kailangan ginagawa ko rin yung dapat gawin. So I think these two, no, for the meantime, these are my parang guiding, my guiding lamp for the meantime this year. And I'm trying to also envision myself na in the coming years, whether I am still an administrator or not, na as a teacher, as a regular teacher, ano yung pwede kong ibahagi sa university na ipapakita ko yung dalawang yan, yung principle of subsidiarity and also yung being a good follower if you are a leader.
Kasi it's also important for us to listen to the people,
Yes.
no? It's not just that we are the ones talking and commanding people, but it's also good that we we have this skill of listening, no? Kasi we are not called to be bosses, no, but we are called to be leaders, no. We need to do our own job because we are capable of listening and interacting with a lot of people, no. Di ba po?
Yes, Father, that's right. And also, na-pick up ko yung word na listening. Ang ganda po nung sinabi ninyo, no? Kasi when you listen, you learn something,
Yeah.
Hindi kapag ikaw lang yung nagsasalita, ikaw lang yung may alam, walang nang dagdag knowledge
Yeah.
para sa'yo. Pero pag nakikinig ka doon sa mga tao sa paligid mo, may natututunan kang bago. So, that's the
Totally.
beauty really of listening.
Being a
as one.
student and teacher,
Yes,
then
po, Father
the
Dex.
teachers also listen to the students, and they also learn from the students, actually, no. Sir Paul, how about you?
I think I learned by doing things, no? Kahit nung nasa NSTP pa. So, kasi under kami ng simbahan, no? Ang dami namin activities outside. No? Joke ko nga lagi, kaya ganito kulay ko kasi lagi ako nasa community. So parang sanay ako na talagang working using my hands. So in terms of leadership, I think, Father, I try to do things or all things na kaya kong gawin, and then ask for help, and sometimes try to delegate the task kapag hindi ko kaya. Because I think I learned na you really can't do everything. You will be needing the help of others to achieve the goal of the unit or department. Lalo na ngayon na medyo may public image because of the position that I am the position that I am handling. So feeling ko hindi kasi ako pala utos eh. Mas gusto kong gawin na lang yung mga bagay. And sometimes I'm afraid na baka maging control freak naman ako. So may ganun akong tendency na I'm trying to curb that para makapag-enganyo rin ng iba pang tao na makapag-collaborate, which is I think key to success din sa maraming offices natin in the university po.
It's about balance, actually,
Yes
no?
po.
Because sometimes they say this person is a weak leader because he's just doing the things that the members are doing, na wala na siyang direction. Sometimes may mga ganun na leaders that that the members can even dictate whatever yung gusto nilang gawin, and then the leader would just be the one to follow the members, no? Kaya sa giging weak. But yung leadership na yon, ano kaya yung, for example, we are making decisions, even complex decision, no? How do you make such complex decision? Do you invite people to come with you, or you just study the things that are meant to deal? How do you deal with complex decisions po, Miss Malu?
Father, when circumstances like this arise, no, it's really important to value the one that you have mentioned, listening, but also discerning. Because when we talk about being firm with our decisions as the head of that department, yung firm decision mo must also cohere to what the university's mission is, and also syempre yung vision ng university. But at the same time, considering also your people. So, sabi niyo pong balance talaga. Parang madaling sabihin, pero minsan, Father, no, ang hirap talagang gawin. So, pagka ganun po, yung listening skill papasok. No, let's sit together, discuss things, ano yung mga pros and cons ng mga gagawin nating decision, ano yung pwedeng i-compromise, ano yung hindi pwedeng i-compromise. Then, after listening, you discern now. Na yung discernment mo, syempre, nagdadasal ka na sana bigyan ka ng Panginoon ng prudence at saka ng courage to stand firm with your decisions and to fulfill your tasks kung ano yung dapat mong gawin. So, yun po yung mga bagay na at least for a 1 month, yung 1 month stay ko sa campus ministry, hopefully, yun yung nangyayari kasi yun yung vision ko din as a leader. And thankfully, marunong din makinig yung mga team na sa Center for Campus Ministry, and yan din, natututunan ko sa kanila na marunong din dapat akong makinig. But when the time comes na kailangan magdesisyon, I should hold firm with my decision in consultation also with the experts or the authorities of our university. Siyempre, Father, di ba nga, service unit ang CCM. So, hindi naman kami ang nagdedesisyon ng mga bagay-bagay. Kailangan din namin i-consult. Kunwari, sila Father Regents natin. sila deans po, and the rest of the administrative office. So consultative din yung process ng listening, hindi lang dun sa members ng campus ministry but also doon sa mga authorities na nakapaligid sa amin. So yun po, Father.
You want to add, Sir Paul?
Yeah, I think, Father, importante rin doon sa sinabi ni Ma'am, yung consistency. Kasi paano ka magiging firm sa mga complex and yung mga final decisions ng office kung pabago-bago yung kusang mga pinag-uusapan, pinagdidesisyonan. Kasi feeling ko yun yung magdidictate do sa mga mas malalaki pang decisions ng office na pwedeng mag-alter do sa direction nila. So I think mahalaga na kung paano ka nung una, consistent, or you can improve on that as you go along, lalo na kung pangmatagalan yung appointment mo, no? So feeling ko rin ay yun yung dapat na tatandaan as a leader, na hindi ka pa bago-bago, hindi yung may pinapaboran ka or meron kang yung interest mo. So po. So minsan iniisip ko, sometimes you have to learn when to hand off the problem sa mas mataas or sa mga pwede mag-decide for it sa baba pa lang, no, para nabibigyan mo rin sila ng liberty to decide on their own bago pa makarating do sa level. Pero I think that's a different discussion altogether po, no. And I think importante rin na meron tayong, ano ba yung tawag dito, learn kung ano yung pros and cons ng bawat decision. So talagang you have to weigh everything down to the smallest detail, kasi kapag naipon kasi yung mga problema, mas mahihirapan ka mag-decide later on.
Yeah. And after making those decisions, no, after weighing all those consequences, the pros and cons, ginawa nyo na, and yet you fail. Kasi there are many things na we could make all those plans, all those meetings ahead of time, etc., etc. But there are moments that we do not expect that this event has failed. How do you handle it, ma'am?
Una po sa lahat, Father, magdadasal ako. I mean, really, prayer does something, no, when you plan, and sometimes even if you've exhausted all means possible, may pagkakataon talagang mag-fail yung mga trabaho. You sit down, relax. I sit down, I relax. Breathe in, breathe out. Parang yung mga simple steps like that, nakakatulong siya. And then, when you have looked into all, mga matters na i-consider mo, then you rise again. You begin to talk again with people. I think silence is necessary when you fail. Because after failing, pagka up and about ka na lagi, tapos talagang tensionado, everything is conflicting, minsan nawawala yung silence natin. So for me, the first thing that I have to do, when things fail, things do not work the way we want it to work, to be in silence first, to pause, to stay still, and then pray. As cliche as it sounds, but I think that's very helpful, Father. So yung manatili, to be in the stillness first, so that may clarity of mind ka afterwards.
Pero Sir Paul, do you regress to be still or move forward agad? Kapag may gano'n na decisions or activities na you have planned way ahead and you have planned everything and meeting everything, but it failed. How do you handle that?
Father, hindi dapat mag-regress. Maganda yung sinabi ni Ma'am Lourdes na mag-stay lang muna. So yung stillness of the moment, no? Kasi lalo na ngayon, parang after na event, post-mortem agad. So medyo hindi mo pa napaprocess on your own, tapos nagpaprocess ka na with the group. And hindi siya nakakatulong na hindi mo muna siya pinapahinga. So napapahinga yung sarili mo, napapahinga yung mga kasama mo, or kung yung mga constituents nga or part of the office, na para mag-regroup. I think it's very important na tignan muna nila yung sarili nila, kung anong nangyari, why it failed, kasalanan ko ba, meron ba ako hindi nagawa. And that does not mean na kailangan mong mag 2 steps backward. Sometimes you just have to stay there. Parang medyo standing your ground na rin na it failed, yes. And I was there. At hindi mo kailangan umatras. So, before moving on, you just have to keep still. And yung gandang-ganda ng be silent. Kasi parang kinakausap mo yung sarili mo, and yet you're waiting for the voice of God na bigyan ka ng illumination sa mga bagay na pwede pang ma-improve next time. So, when the time comes sa kailangan na mag-postmortem ng event, makikita niya ng mas malinaw kung ano yung pwede pang i-improve para hindi na siya mag-fail next time.
Yeah. And sometimes we need those failures nga eh. Actually, we need those failures too for us to understand better what we are going through. Kasi sometimes we get to, you know, we have prepared everything, tapos you relax, pero pala may failure. Pero in those failures, we learn something. No? We have all those lessons with us na kapag nangyari ulit to, you know how to handle all of these things, no? Kasi yung role natin is very pivotal, no, in the university, no. How do you see your role here in the CCM? Pivotal ba siya, or how do you see your position to be, you know, as important as every administrator?
Father, I think our office, no, not just the function that I perform, but the entire office itself really has a pivotal role, especially that we are the Catholic university, no. So really the activities and programs that we organize and supervise talaga, yung role namin doon napakahalaga. But I think it's more than just delivering the tasks and also the deliverables. I think it's making these programs and activities impactful to the lives of the students. Kasi anyone can perform the task naman, no, if he has the capacity or she has the capacity, or the team really is an organized team and can perform everything. But these activities, these events, na yung impact niya, that's a different story, I think. No? I think it's a different story when you do something na very pivotal sa role mo at may impact. Meron naman pong mga ginagawa pero wala lang. No? Pero pag yung activities lalo na spiritual, religious, and liturgical activities yan, may impact po dapat sa bata. So I think this is where the pivotal role comes in. To ensure na tagos sa puso't isipan ng lahat ng mga tumasino. Hindi lang po ng mga estudyante, university staff and administrators for that matter. I think that's it. No? Yun yung pivotal role ng team namin, Father.
Kasi in our university, it's not just academics that matter, no? But the holistic approach. It's not just the academic, but as well as the psychological, and spiritual, no? Because we learn from these students that they are having problems, and the most of the problems are relationships nga eh. Not just relationship with the opposite sex, but also the relationship with their families and even with God, no? Yun ang naririnig natin lagi. Kaya it's a very pivotal role for you, no, as director for CCM, no, that you need to communicate these things, the spiritual things, to the people, to the students. How about you, sir? How do you see your position as having a pivotal role in the university?
Yes po, Father, yung sinabi ko kanina about medyo kailangan ng public presence, no? So parang in terms of book production or literary production, our office is the face of the university inside and outside the campus. Na sometimes I even think na hindi lang siya pivotal sa university but also in Philippine literature kasi, well, hindi lang naman lahat ay mga short stories or novels yung pinapublish, but in terms of yung general na pagpo-produce ng mga aklat, parang kung mag-fail yung office, parang isang haligi agad ng Philippine letters yung pwedeng mamawala or masira. So I'm thinking of it as something na kailangan alagaan because it's also our culture that we are safeguarding in terms of this kind of work and the continuation of cultural literary production in the country. So medyo natatakot ako sometimes na ang laki ng responsibility not just to the university, sa mga offices natin, pero dun sa yung mga binabasa ko nung nagsisimula pa lang akong estudyante ng literature creative writing. Kailangan ingatan ko itong work na ito kasi marami pwedeng magbago if it fails and if it succeeds po.
Okay. Let's go to the Let's go a little deeper. Kasi sometimes we appreciate our positions, we appreciate the administrative role that the university has given us, but there are bashers. There are those who would like to see us, to see our role doesn't have any impact or importance. Sir Paul, let me start with you. Sometimes they say, oh, the era of books, the era of literature, creative writing is passé, you know. You don't need to, just do TikTok and be influencer, no. You do the YouTube, you earn a lot by doing so. And you don't need all those literature aside and creative writing, no? You just, meron pa nga chat GPT. So parang nawawala na yung ano. So how do you handle all of this?
Yes, right now, books are facing a lot of problems, lalo na because of the dawn of AI. At sinasabi nila, Filipinos do not read books. But contrary to popular belief or sa mga survey man na yan, Father, parang hindi daw totoo. In fact, next week, and I'm also inviting you, Father, and Ma'am, at mga audience natin to join at pumunta sa SMX Convention Center for the MIBF, or the Manila International Book Fair, where you will see really people, Filipinos, young people, na sobrang enthusiastic sa mga libro. So parang kapag may nagsasabing, hindi naman nagbabasa mga Filipino, I disagree with them. And sinasabi ko na lang yung proof na, tingnan nyo, ang dami pumunta pag book fair. Kapag may sale, ang daming bumibili. Even yung mga book sale, ang daming nagra-rummage po sa mga librong doon. So, I try not to mind them and instead encourage people to see the reality. And masarap magbasa. And yun lang feeling ko yung pwede kong gawin. And in terms of yung kunwari TikTok, Father, ako makita nyo lang ako nagma-marketing na ako sa TikTok, sumasayaw po doon. No? Pero kidding aside, parang yun yung isa sa mga gusto kong i-explore pa dito sa position na to. Because I think yung audience, we get to know them because of social media. We get to know ano yung gusto nila, ano yung mga tipo ng mga books that they like to read. Kasi iba-iba po kasi ang taste.
Yeah.
So I believe that hindi naman talaga patay. And the work that I will be doing in the coming months is very important because of that.
What interests the people most with regard to the books or literature nowadays? Sa mga young people kaya, anong...
I think it's the accessibility sa kanila. Na parang tapos na tayo sa time na hindi mo maintindihan yung... Poet po kasi ako no? Hindi mo maintindihan yung tula. So nandun na tayo sa yung clarity, Father. Yung mas madali makapasok kasi nasasakyan nila. And sometimes they see themselves in the works that they read, whether it's a poem or a story or kahit scholarly works pa yan. So parang yung madaling maintindihan.
Do you need to be a bookworm to be interested in the book?
Not really, Father. Sometimes you just have to pick the right title na mapapasok mo, yung access talaga. Platform na po kasi ang labanan ngayon eh. Kaya di ba meron po tayong Wattpad. Ngayon, mga gumagawa ng kwento sa Twitter. Or hindi na pala siya Twitter ngayon, X na pala siya. So may ganyan na po. So yung sinasabi nyo kanina po na yung pages or mga libro, pasay na. It's true sometimes, pero yung authors po kasi natin, sometimes they find a way, and yun yung gusto kong i-explore with them sa mga magiging authors po natin sa publishing house.
Kaya kailangan maging engaging din yung author din. It's also a challenge and a task for the writers to write something that would interest the people also. No? Sometimes they would say, books choose the readers. No? Books choose the readers. Parang it's the books that they would inspire people for reading. No? How about you, ma'am? How about you, Miss Malu? They would say that the bashers would say, it's spiritual, that is very medieval, no? They are the product of Middle Ages, no? Dark Ages, no? And religion is just an opium of the society, they would even say, no? How do we address or how do we approach these kinds of thinking na being in a Catholic university, we should all be equal and we do not talk about religion anymore? How do we, as the director for CCM?
Actually, Father, it's a challenge also na being the Catholic university. And in fact, isa po yan sa risk identification form namin sa OPQM given na internal audit ngayon. No? The growing number of nominal Catholics or even yung mga proselytizing na mga events or activities na baka nangyayari na nga sa loob at sa labas ng university natin. And then the rest of the bashers that would claim na hindi naman importante yung mga activities na yan. No? Anyway, kailangan ko lang mag-aral, academics, and graduate na ako and all that. No? For me, there are criticisms that matter and there are those that don't. No, so yung mga sa tingin ko, Father, na talagang criticisms that would help us improve our services and processes, we listen to them. Pero dun sa mga hindi, you just have to stay focused dun sa goal or sa mga responsibility or basic function ng Center for Campus Ministry. Now, as to those kinds of comments na hindi na kailangan, hindi na importante, na para sa amin, we have to stay our ground. Importante, hindi lang dahil we are the Catholic University, kung hindi, we are forming Thomasian Christians here. And when comments like that mag-a-appear or magsa-surface, what we do is perform our function the way we do, but also listen so that we can innovate without compromising the teachings of the faith. So siguro dun papasok, Father, yung collaboration namin with other offices, social media, Communications Bureau, no collaboration also with other administrative offices and academic units na anong pwede nating improvement so that we can deliver deliver the message of God. We can deliver the teachings of the church in such a way that it is palpable. It is such a way that is palatable to the youth. But of course, again and again, without compromising the content. So maybe the medium, we can try to be innovative about it. But the content, of course, never will we compromise the content of our faith.
Wow, that's very good, no? Kasi when we are dealing with all this negativity, no, we need to, kasi it's not a bed of roses, sabi nga nila, it's not a bed of roses when we have accepted our position, no? Of course, this is that people could recognize us, adulate with our victories, but there are people who would not appreciate, no, our task, our given task for the university, no. Siguro for our parting message, siguro our last segment, siguro we could tell or we could give our message to our viewers. Ano ba yung nakikita natin as being the leaders, no? One of the leaders of this university. Maybe we could start with Sir Pod.
Sige po. Sinasabi ko lang lagi parang ngayon, take everything in and do things slower than usual. Hindi naman yung babagalan mo, but rather kailangan gawin mo ng lahat ng bagay deliberately because this is the only way that you can be sure that you are doing the right thing. Sa mundo ngayon na sobrang bilis na mga pangyayari, I think, Father, minamadali natin lahat. Assignment, hahapitin ng estudyante, yung work, kailangan mong magpadala ng isang bagay, mamadaliin mo siya. So sa mundo na instant ang lahat ay electronic, kailangan learn when to slow down and take things in slowly kasi doon mo siya mas ma-absorb, mas maiintindihan, mas matututuhan, gawin.
Ganda, no? Take things slowly because we are living in a very fast-paced world. But you, ma'am?
Ako po, Father, to all Thomasians, let's keep ourselves grounded in humility, prudent in our decisions, charitable in our dealings, and essentially steadfast in our faith. Yun yung gusto ko pong sana na lahat ng Thomasians may ganun klaseng perspective po.
Because this is our roots, no? Being Thomasians, no? We are rooted in our own faith because everything will come and go, but our faith should stabilize us and be rooted in our journey of life. A genuine leader is not a searcher for consensus, but a molder of consensus. This is from Martin Luther King. Thank you to our guests who have given us their time and presence, Ms. Malu and Sir Paul. And thank you everyone for watching us. Laudare, benedicere, predicare. Let us all praise, bless, and preach the Word of God. Have a good day everyone, and God bless us all. This is Friar's Desk.